What is going on, everyone? I'm Des with DesFit, and this is the Feedback Sports Team Edition toolset. This is a professional level toolkit which has 19 tools that can perform up to 25 different functions and travels easily in a nice, convenient carrying case. So this is a review that I'm doing in conjunction with YourGroupRide.com. They don't sponsor me, I don't sponsor them, we're just really good pals and wanted to partner up on some of the reviews. But definitely check them out for everything cycling related in Northern Colorado, from news and events, classifieds, racing calendars, as well as group rides. So just to give you a little bit of background before we get started, I was a professional bike mechanic for over 15 years, working on everything from Huffies all the way up to professional road race and downhill bikes. So I come from the days of piecing together a complete tool set using some Park tools, filling those in with some Craftsman's, and then rounding things out with a nice set of Bondus Allen wrenches. So I'm super stoked to see something this compact that's going to have pretty much everything you're going to need. So this toolkit, which currently retails at around $250, comes in a really durable TPU nylon coated case with a handle and some nice beefy water resistant zippers. It's going to weigh just a touch under 8 pounds, and it's about the size of about a 13-inch laptop bag, although quite a bit thicker. The case is designed to attach to work stands with a strap with a clip up top and then 2 straps in the center of the case along with a stabilizing bar that keeps the toolkit open while it's on the stand. Now, Feedback Sports is well known for its legendary work stand that has been the choice for many professional bike mechanics for well over a decade, if not two, and the bag fits perfectly, of course, on top of its own stand. However, this toolkit also works well with other work stands like the Park PCS-10, but may have some issues on the shop stand due to the larger tubes. In regards to the tools, all of these tools were designed by Feedback Sports themselves, and these are not just rebranded knockoffs, and the quality of these tools definitely matches their legendary work stand. So starting at the top, we've got a chain tool with nice large paddle that is going to be 12-speed compatible with a polished metal finish that we'll see throughout the range of the tools. And there's also a really handy spring retainer so your links don't go flying away. Below that, we have a valve core remover for both Schrader as well as Presta valves, and then next to that, we have some large steel core tire levers, and each of the levers has a hook for spokes as well as a disc brake pad spreader. Next, we have a rotor Turing tool that is going to have a deep end as well as a shorter end for fine or coarser adjustments. The dual-angled 15mm pedal wrench worked perfectly to flip around when the angles get a little bit awkward and makes it easy to get the wrench at the optimum angle for the best leverage. Surprisingly, it also comes with a 15mm axle nut wrench on the other end, so this toolkit also has more standard tools for general bike assembly, or fixies, and isn't just made for the pits. The pedal wrench has a smooth finish and is wide enough to be comfortable when trying to remove those really sticky pedals. The cable cutter worked well in cutting a clean, fray-free cable end and was also great at cutting both derailleur as well as brake housing without much crushing. It also has the mandatory cable crimper, which puts a sharp edge and then a textured flat area. The triple-purpose bottom bracket, cassette lock ring, as well as center lock brake rotor tool mirrors the same super nice construction and finish of the pedal wrench and the rotor Turing tool, and it reminds me of when Snap-on was doing their tools with wrench force. It's a very smooth and clean finish which can easily be wiped off. The bottom bracket wrench fits snugly on external cups, and the cassette lock ring wrench provides plenty of leverage with a nice large hole to accommodate for almost all axle sizes. One minor complaint is that the elastic strap that holds this tool in place gets caught on the cassette lock ring, so that can be just a little bit awkward to get in and out quickly. And then finally, on the bottom of the left side, it flips down to have a trifecta of Y wrenches with the standard 4, 5, and 6 Allen keys, 2, 2.5, and 3mm Allens, as well as a T25, T27, and T30 Torx. I like these quite a bit as they had enough surface area and were very comfortable when cranking down bolts. The heads on all the Allen keys were machined very precisely and were confident when inserted. Moving over to the right side, we have a 6.5mm flathead that was a little bit large for my liking. I think it possibly could be a little bit smaller and slightly narrower. Then we have a number 2 Phillips, which has tons of grip and was just the right size for nearly all Phillips screws, and it worked well in SRAM's larger heads on their derailleurs. Then there's going to be a number 0 Phillips, with one of my favorite things about this is that it has a Shimano crank arm cap tool on the end. All of the screwdrivers feature a textured rubber handle that has plenty of grip, but I think a small flathead screwdriver should also be included, like my super handy Park, which is my go-to guy for many places on my bike. Then there's going to be a dual-sided pick with both a straight as well as 90-degree end, and I found these to be quite durable. The cassette pliers have notches to expand and contract for different size cogs and also has a locking mechanism. And since it's not a traditional chain whip, I think that the 2 pieces of chain should be much more durable than its more traditional counterpart. It also has both 8 and 10mm hex wrenches, which have a slightly longer short end than standard Allen wrenches, which should help with recessed crank bolts and also get your hand away from the frame if you were to slip. It also features a screwdriver-like handle, which is super nice for tightening pedals and crank arms tightly, and also has a ball head. Finally, we have a spoke wrench with 3.23, 3.3, as well as 3.45 spoke nibbles, and it also serves as a valve extender. This $250 kit also comes with an additional but removable flap that's built for T-handles or L-handle Allen wrenches, but those are going to be sold separately. Overall, I like this toolkit quite a bit, and I have a very small list of complaints. Maybe add that smaller flathead screwdriver, the less than convenient loop for the cassette lock-ring end of the bottom bracket tool, and possibly try to have the same glossy finish on the cable cutters and cassette pliers, and that just may be due to the particular type of forging, casting, or machining process. They did a great job with reducing the number of actual tools inside the case, with nice touches like integrating the crank cap tool into the small screwdriver, the disc brake pad spreader on the tire levers, as well as the bottom bracket tool that also triples as a cassette lock ring and center lock brake rotor tool. There's going to be a few additional items that a professional bike mechanic will need, such as a torque wrench, scissors, needle nose pliers, a chain wear tool, tape measure, and possibly a flat spoke holder, and then everything else is probably going to be specialized. But this kit comes with pretty much everything that you're going to need, and the nice thing here is that there's still room inside the case to toss in a few extra tools, but they may be kind of floating around. And even though many of the tools come with an accommodation where you can place the tool on a pegboard hook, I found the entire kit to be extremely convenient to use straight out of its own case. And it's also really lightweight and very convenient just to remove from your stand or even your wall and then stash it in your car for pre or post-ride adjustments. I tested this kit for over 3 months and I used it for everything from building a bunch of inexpensive bikes to just regular maintenance and then quick fixes of the car before or after a ride to building up my new bike, and it did everything that I needed it to do. I've been a big fan of feedback sports even before they were known as feedback sports and they were known as ultimate support systems. And after years of using their work stands, I can tell you that they do not mess around in terms of design, durability, and engineering. And I think they really translated that to their professional toolkit. Thanks so much for watching, and before you peace out, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel for lots of cycling gear reviews coming soon.